It's clownin' time. Oh, hi. That pornographic sound I made, what the hell? The train is coming and so am I. Bad bitches make some noise. Oh, professional gamer. Oh shit, let's wash the pussy before we go. There's a door here though. Woo! Fuck, not again. Oh, hey. Hello. Hi, Wig. How are y'all doing today? We're shaking our titties. Let's shake our titties. I did that because I wanted to adjust my light. But it worked. It worked with the context, you know? I shake in solidarity. We're shaking our titties. Shaking the titties in Morse code. Oh my god. Iconic. How's y'all doing? That's a sentence. That's one way to say that. How's y'all doing? Well, y'all, there's a new demo coming out today in about 35 minutes. There's a new Resident Evil Village demo. I'm very excited to play this. I've heard from multiple sources that this is a shorter demo, so hopefully we're gonna get it done within our 30-minute time constriction. That was my speaker. That was my Bluetooth speaker that I forgot to turn off because that's who I am and I forget to do stuff like that. And so then it scares the shit out of me when it's not active. But welcome on in, everyone. What a fun weekend I've had so far, honestly. Like yesterday we had the Just Gaming Things podcast episode, and Dex joined us for that episode, which was very nice, and we had a lot of fun. We've been having a lot of fun with Just Gaming Things. I feel like we've gone like very casual with it, so like we're having a lot of fun with like just the way that we go about it, and even if it's like news and whatever, we don't really go about it from like a perspective of like, oh, I'm like a professional gaming journalist, let me, you know, be super professional about it. You know what I mean? Like I think we're respectful, but we go about it in a more like lighthearted way and more of like a fun and casual way, which has been really fun. So if y'all haven't checked out Just Gaming Things, we have a new episode on our Twitch channel. You can check it out on our VODs and on all of that fun stuff. And it will be out on podcast services and YouTube and all that stuff later today. Potentially, like after I'm done with the stream, I'll probably work on that. I need to definitely get more organized with my stuff and like try to schedule out segments of my day to do stuff in. But we'll see how that goes. But yesterday I was also on a very fun show. I was on the Pyramid of What season 4, and it was definitely very fun. I was with Passion, aka Passion's Planet. We were Team Passion Project. We had a lot of fun. Ryan is such a lovely host, and his stream is just so much fun to be a part of. So we were very like excited. We were very nervous too, actually. And we were like we just had a good time. We were pretty nervous, but we tried our best, and we had a good time, and we just wanted to have fun. And then like we literally looked around with like for every single team, and we were like, oh, everyone else practiced. We just wanted to come in and have fun. and like just be our, you know, fun little seductive selves. And it was nice hearing the feedback that like, oh, people thought that y'all were funny, and everyone like really enjoyed y'all, even though y'all were the first eliminated. So it was really nice, and Ryan was really sweet to like reach out to us afterwards and be like, y'all did so good, like you know, everyone thought y'all were like such a blast, and like y'all were so funny and so iconic, and you know, just made us feel good. I mean, at least it made me feel good. I don't know how Passion feels. I can't speak for her, but it was just so much fun, and like everyone else killed it. Everyone else did so well. We were like, well. But it was fun because we got to be teammates for 2 different rounds. And usually there's a round where like the teams get separated, but this season Ryan actually had a little twist where chat could vote to maintain the teams as they were. And me and Passion were so nervous, like nothing against anyone else on the other teams, but we were just so nervous to be like separated. So we were like, oh, that's actually pretty iconic that we get to remain teammates for another round and hopefully stay the course. And we didn't, but we tried, you know. Our words were very difficult in the first round. We kind of we struggled a little bit, but we had fun, and that's all that matters. What are y'all up to? Did she have cake at 12 p.m.? Maybe so. Do I feel bad? No, because my mom let my nephews eat a big eggs and bacon breakfast, ice cream, popcorn, and cheese, all that before clock struck 12. Listen, you gotta do what you gotta do. Just gaming things is always a good time when I'm awake for it. Aww. I really enjoyed us using the stories to springboard topics. Yeah. I think it makes it more interesting than just being like, so this happened. You didn't even know what some of these medals were, right? I was just like, there was like 3 of them back to back that I was like, okay, skip a few. I was like, skip a few. Oh, my neck's like really stiff today. I hate it here. Yeah, I had no idea. I was like, let's go through like stuff from like Pokemon. I was like, okay, there's a Pokemon. This is a Pokemon title. And Passion immediately said Platinum, which was really good. Because I was like afraid. I was like, is she aware of like all the Pokemon games? Because like she's a gamer, but she's not like a hardcore gamer. So I was like, is that a reference she's gonna get? Yeah, I wouldn't have known that. I wouldn't have known that at all. I would have been like, if I really had to like try to get that word, I would have probably been like, okay, so the first word is similar to Miley. It can be a party drug. And then I would do like, the second half is similar to denim. Now put the two together. It was hard because one of our categories was like 2 words, like words that were like 2 words in one, and we were like, okay, great. Now we have to guess 2 words in one. I don't know how to put it in real life terms though. Yeah. I'm a hardcore gamer, Shiny Hunts. We love that. No, I'm not saying that Pokemon is like hardcore gaming, but like I just don't know how much of like how many Pokemon games she actually played, kind of thing. Like, cause I know she played a lot of like shovelware and like stuff that was like you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, she doesn't really get into like franchises and stuff like that. Like, that was actually a thing that we were talking about, and she was like, what if I get put in like with like a random person and like they try to like relate with me and they say something about like Legend of Zelda and I have no idea. You know what I mean? Just like stuff like that where like she knows like general terms and general things, but she wouldn't know like specifics about like certain games or game franchises. I just thought it was so funny, like, and we discussed it afterwards because we were in a group chat, in a group call the whole time, me and Passion, and then Ryan would just pop in, and I just thought it was funny that I went, my go-to was like Mario Kart instead of the Olympics. For like gold, silver, and bronze. I didn't think of like doing the Olympics. I was like, Mario Kart. The true mark of a redacted is to be like, you know, Mario Kart, what happens when you get first place? You get a... Instead of like relating it to the Olympics. That's very me. I had no clue who Qbert was, and apparently that's a big character. I have no idea. I have no idea. That name sounds familiar, but I have no clue, to be honest with you. I have no clue. But we did have a lot of fun, and I did get to announce yesterday that I'm gonna have a special Breakfast at Ruby's episode on my birthday. Breakfast at Ruby's is returning on my birthday, May 5th. So stay tuned, y'all. 4 p.m. BST, which is like 11 a.m. Eastern. It's gonna be a fun little panel with like 8 of us, and I feel so bad because I wanted to invite so many more people, and I was like, but I can't, because like 8 people is already gonna be a lot. So I already invited like a bunch of folks, and we already have a bunch of people lined up, and I'm just very excited for that, so definitely stay tuned. It's gonna be like almost like a Breakfast at Ruby's All-Stars. There's like 8 of us, 8 people that have already been on the, well, 7 people including me, so 8. 7 people who already were guests in like previous episode or previous episodes of Breakfast at Ruby's. So it's gonna be like a Breakfast at Ruby's like All-Stars kind of like reunion sort of situation, and it's like such like a wild combination of people, like people you wouldn't really expect to be together. So there's that. It's gonna be a chaotic time. Hopefully it's not gonna be like super chaotic. Wig! Oh my god, there's gonna be a Madoka Magica sequel. Wig! Oh my god, I'm so excited. I think there was like a movie that I haven't seen of it yet or something. But I'm so excited for that. Oh my god, that anime is so good. Honestly, I usually only watch things for the first time on like anime nights, but honestly, I would be willing to make us I would be willing to make a little bit of an exception to that rule. Oh, I just realized I don't have my chat bot up. I would be willing to make an exception to that rule and just rewatch Madoka Magica, because that anime is so iconic. Hi, Word Fangirl, how are you? It's nice to see you. Manifesting chaos in a fun, cute way, not in a technical difficulties way. Absolutely, absolutely. Doing well, sounds delightful. I'm doing good, I didn't wake up that long ago. So, you know, just quirky things, getting out of bed, eating my eggs, and then immediately hopping on stream, because I actually, full disclosure, I was actually going to take the day off today, but I forgot that Resident Evil came out, like the demo, and it's like limited time, whatever, so I was like, oh. I was like, oh, I really want to stream that, so I'm just streaming today. I'll probably take off tomorrow and like Tuesday. So there's that. I promise I'm not gonna push myself too hard. So I'll just take off. I'll just take tomorrow off. It's fine. I do have to like figure out like taxes stuff, because like it's so annoying like trying to figure out what's up with that and like how it works like with online stuff and like Twitch and like, you know, Patreon and how all of that kind of I'm just like I just emailed the person that kind of does my family's taxes like every year, and I just like DM'd her and I was like, hey, what's up with all of this? Can you help me out? And she's like asking if it's like, is it a commission? What is it? And I'm like, oh God, okay. It's just like so. It's weird because it's like, how does that work with me being in Portugal? And like, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand any of it. So I'm just kind of like, oof. Oh, I'm not handling any of the forms or any of that. But obviously she has to ask me like questions about it, and I'm just like, it's kind of like trying to like explain like, oh, it's kind of like this, but it's also kind of like that. So like it's a whole thing. And then like, honestly, full disclosure, like I didn't have access to like you know how Twitch sends you like, actually I don't know if a lot of y'all can relate, because like I don't know how many of y'all like, I know there's a lot of people who haven't been on Twitch for too long, so that's what I mean by that. But like, for example, like like this year Twitch sent me like a thing of like all of the money that I made last year, right? And I didn't have access to it at first, and then I realized I was logging in with the wrong email, and then I realized that they had sent me like stuff like the previous years too, and I was like, oh no, like I didn't get it, so I thought like I just did it. Yeah, I didn't include it in my taxes for like the last, like, I feel like since like 2018 or something, because I didn't have access to it. Because like I tried to log in with like my email or whatever in like my Amazon thing, and I was like, it doesn't say that I have anything, so maybe they just don't send me anything because I'm from Portugal. And I'm like, oh no, like now I'm like, am I gonna have to include it in like all of them this year? Like, I'm just kind of like overwhelmed by that, but I don't want to think too much about it because it was like an honest mistake, you know what I mean? I was like, oh no, like what do I do? And it was like such a simple solution. I literally just had to log in with my Twitch email on the Amazon taxes thing. But I didn't know, because I actually didn't know that it was like a whole thing. I thought it was a different email associated with it, so it was like a whole thing. I think it's because like I may have like changed my email or something, but I know it was something wild like that, and I was like, oh no, like there they are, all of the documents from the previous years. We hate to see it. Yeah, it's like a whole thing. It's a whole thing. And like in Portugal, there's like different things that you can do. There's like a freelancer thing, or like there's a thing where you like label yourself as like a business or whatever. And I'm like, which one do I do? I'm just like, it's just so confusing. I thought I was so good about my taxes this year. Wait, do you do it yourself? I couldn't imagine like doing all of that by myself. I couldn't imagine doing all of it myself. I'm just like, here. I'm just like, here's my earnings. And I usually always forget. I'm like, well, not that I forget, but I was like, okay, here's my earnings from my like real job. Like, I didn't even consider like the money from Twitch, because like I was like, oh, you know, it's like donations or whatever. But like I was like thinking about it, like, because I actually did get the tax like thing, and I was like, oh, maybe Maybe this is something that I should ask my the accountant girly. You just use a tax program. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, but it's like a whole thing. Taxes is so like complicated. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how y'all do it by yourselves. I don't even know if Patreon sent me like my earnings from last year. I don't even know. I don't think they did. Well. Well. I wonder if they're like, I have to like look for it instead of like them emailing it to me. I don't know how that works with Patreon. Because it's not technically like a commission, but it is like people are technically paying for content. So I'm like, how does that work? Yeah, you get like 2 different receipts and you're like, okay, you're like, what's up with that? Download by month? Oh, this is confusing. Oh, apparently they okay. Apparently they take care of all the like taxes stuff. Confusing. This is so confusing. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to ask her. She emailed me this morning, but I was like, oh god, I can't deal with this right now. I'll do that tomorrow when I'm off and I have no brain power for anything else. I'm like, oof, let me not do it. But yeah, you just like don't like sometimes you just like don't even think about it. You're like, especially because I had like my like a regular job, so I didn't even consider, you know, like online stuff because I also didn't get a lot of money from online stuff. So I was like, I don't know, does that even count? Is there like an amount? And I should have asked, definitely. But I'm just like, I'm willing to catch up on all of that this year. I'm like, whatever, let's just do it all this year. I don't know. I don't know if I should be talking about this on stream. Maybe I should just delete the VOD, cut the cameras. I don't think I'm saying anything like compromising. Maybe I'll just switch topics regardless and just leave it at that. Maybe I'll just like leave it at that. Tee. What are y'all doing? What are y'all up to? How's your weekend going? Let me know. I'm just over here, you know, just vibing. Just doing my thing. Being ignorant about taxes. You know, just your quirky girly things. Just like, you know, quirky girly things. A whole journey and a half. Who has tried the Resident Evil demo? I know Dex has tried it. I haven't obviously seen his footage. Cause you know, I wanna do my thing. I wanna watch it for myself first. So we'll see how that goes. We have like roughly like 12 minutes.
Can I have some cock, please?
There you go. Finally. I didn't have the bot open, so you know, we love that. Just Final Fantasy 14 as usual. Wishing I had a sugar daddy so I'd have to worry about taxes. That's funny. There you go. That scared you. Oh no, not that. Was it very loud? I hope it wasn't like super loud. I spin. You're very jumpy on this day, huh? You're getting scared by all of the things. All of the things are spooking ya. I kind of got back into Animal Crossing. I played a little bit of it yesterday. I haven't really been doing like anything in it though. Like I just talked to my villagers. Plucky is on her way out today. She actually, it was like, yesterday was such a roller coaster. I kind of wish that I streamed it because it was such a roller coaster. Like, I logged in and then there was like a campsite villager and I was like, oh, wig. And then I was like doing my, you know, I was like going around my island and I saw Plucky and Plucky had the little, you know, text thingy above her head and I was like, hi Plucky, and Plucky was like, hey girly, I want to leave, and I was like, okay, iconic. And then I was like, ooh, let me check the campsite villager. Turns out not a cute one. I don't even remember their name. I just remember being like, not this. So I just walked away. And then I tried to go villager hunting. I forgot that Plucky didn't leave yet. So I was like, oh, the island is empty. And so I didn't do my villager hunting. So that's how I spent my Saturday night. Going around Animal Crossing, being completely clueless of anything and everything going on in there. So there you have it. But yeah, I don't really have like any like plans for like decorating my island or my house or anything like that. I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I've reached that point where I just have no idea what to do. So I just kind of like walk around and do nothing. Which is basically my life, which is really sad. That's why I'm really bad at like simulation games. It's like I'm just bad at making decisions for myself in any, you know, in any scenario. So when you give me like an open world or like all of the options are like everything is like limitless, I'm just like, I don't fucking know. I don't know what to do. So I just like walk around, I clean up my island, I gather my fruits, I you know, catch some bugs, I sell some things, dig up some fossils, like really like literally nothing planned. I'm just like, I don't know. I really want to do like decorating and stuff, but I have no idea like what to do or like how to go about it, so I just don't do anything. We'd love to see it. In good news, I told y'all that my goal for this week was to schedule a doctor's appointment, but turns out my mom has a doctor's appointment I think on Wednesday, and she's like, I can just like book an appointment for you when I go, and I was like, thanks. I was like, yep, that works for me. I think it's on Wednesday. It doesn't matter, actually. It doesn't really matter when it is, but I was like, yeah. I was like, okay, yeah, you can do that. I think so anytime soon, either this week or like next week or something, she will do it. So I don't have to worry about that, you know? Knowing my luck, she will like book it for like the morning though, so that's gonna be fucked up. I just know that's gonna be fucked up. I'm gonna be like, wow. Interesting, you would do that to me. I pull an all-nighter to go to my doctor. And she's like, what the fuck? That sounds like a terrible idea. That sounds like a horrible idea. But I don't know what else I would do. Like, if my doctor's appointment is like at... I mean, yeah. I mean, I could always, like, sleep for, like, a few hours and then go back to bed. I technically pull all-nighters every night. Because I go to bed at, like, 6. So, technically... But, like, what if my appointment is at, like, 9? I'll sleep for, like, 2 hours. We can't do that. We can't do that. I think I know why it's been actually harder for me to fall asleep, because up until spring, I actually had, like, a... No, I actually don't know. I think it's because it's, like, warmer, and, like, when it's hotter at night, like, my pillow gets very warm. Like, I just get, like, too warm and I just can't fall asleep or something. It's like, ugh, it's so annoying. But yesterday I did sleep very, like, I fell asleep pretty quickly, actually, which I was kind of worried about, because I've been that girly that, like, needs to, like, go to, like, scroll through my TikTok or something right before going to bed, so that I, like, until my eyes just absolutely cannot be open anymore. And I was like, oh no, my phone needs to be charged, so I can't do that. So let's hope for the best. And I actually fell asleep rather quickly, so that was nice. It wasn't as warm yesterday though. I think yesterday was a bit, like, chiller at night, so I think that's probably why I fell asleep, like, quicker. But I don't know. Ooh, should we do a tarot card of the day? And if y'all have any, like, tarot, like, if you want to have, like, a tarot reading of your own, you can redeem that real quick while I go grab my deck to do my card of the day. And y'all, if y'all want a tarot reading of your own for some reason, let's do that. So let me just grab my deck really quick. Let me do that. I don't know if y'all can still hear me when I'm, like, behind the green screen. But here we are. I'm just not gonna flip my camera. Y'all are just gonna have to trust me. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna get a tarot reading from me, you might as well, like, you might as well just trust me. Like, if you're not gonna trust the person who's doing your tarot, then, you know, what's the point? What's the point, diva? Oh, you know what I love about the tarot box, where, like, the deck is? It's actually, like, magnetic. So it does, like, that very satisfying, like, when you close it. It's very iconic. Wait, did I? No, I didn't keep any cards in there. My desk is so messy, y'all. My room is actually very messy. I don't want to talk about it. I have, like... My bed is just, like, a huge pile of, like, laundry that I just need to... It's done, by the way. Like, it's not like I have a pile of dirty clothes, but it's a pile of clean clothes that my mom kindly does the laundry for, and she even irons everything. I'm like, you shouldn't, like, iron all of our clothes. Like, you're not, you know what I mean? Like, you're not our maid. And she's like, well, if I'm gonna, like... if I'm gonna iron my stuff anyway, I might as well just iron everyone else's. So, you know, that's my mom for you. But yeah, she brought me, like, piles of clothes and stuff like that I need to put away. Not to put away, but I need to, you know, put in the closet. But I just haven't gotten around to it. Every time I look at a pile of clothes, I remember Spin being like, I don't want to diagnose you, but that sounds like depression, honey. And I was like, well... I just remember fully being dragged and Spin being like, I don't know about that. It's not, you didn't drag me in like a bad way. You can't seem to find the Twitch tax stuff. Hold on, I got you. They emailed. They should have emailed you. But in case you have your emails off, I actually don't know how to find it through Twitch. It might be under affiliate settings. You have the link, but for some reason all of your accounts are unauthorized. Try logging in. Logging in with the same email as your, like, don't think about your Amazon account, because that's what I did. I was like, okay, let me log in with my Amazon account, and for some reason it wasn't like showing anything. It said that there were no like tax documents, and I was like, okay, cool. So you have to log in with like, they give you like a link for like Amazon tax something, and you have to like log in with your like Twitch email. It's also a self-drag. I'm sorry. Oh, I totally got it. I was like, that's definitely a thing that he goes through, and he was just sharing with me, but I was like, damn. Yeah, try that. I don't know if I think I had to create an Amazon account with my Twitch email or something like that. There was like a weird loophole that I had to go through to get access to my stuff. All of your clothes are just in the basket and the dirty clothes on the floor. Not that. Oh, speaking of that, I found I actually, oh no, not me dropping the cards. I dropped a single card. I was gonna say something. Look at my hair. Can you tell that my hair has been going through a journey? So speaking of like laundry baskets, actually that's a thing that I learned on TikTok, like how to do like not clothes shopping, how to do like grocery shopping in a more sustainable way. And I was like, okay. And like their tip was like to not get any plastic bags at the grocery store. Instead, you fill up your cart with like, you know, like you have your little cart thingy and you fill it up with all the things, right? And then you go to the cart and you go from the cart to your car, and then you have like 2 or 3 like, and then you fill up like your trunk with like laundry baskets, and you just fill them with like your groceries. And I was like, that's actually so iconic. And they were like, and it's actually very easy, and it's super easy to bring the groceries up the stairs or whatever, or like into the house as well, because it's already in the laundry baskets and it's already like easy to pick it up. And I was like, that's fucking iconic. I never thought about that. And it also makes it so that you don't have to like bag your own like groceries like in the parking lot or anything. You can just like, you know, dump them all, not dump them, like be careful, but you can just like dump them all into like the laundry baskets. I was like, that's actually really smart. I never thought about that. I'm telling y'all, TikTok is like, they're on another level. It's so iconic seeing, like, you learn so much with TikTok. It's wild. I don't know if it's my algorithm. They're like, this redacted likes learning things, but I just learned so much like random shit. I was just thinking your hair was beautiful and voluminous. Aww. I just didn't brush my hair. I just didn't brush my hair. I just like kind of swooped it with my hands, and I just put hairspray on it, and I was like, that will do. And then I complained that it's going through a journey. Okay, let me do a little warm-up. So I have my tarot cards here. If y'all want a tarot reading, we can totally do it in this first like beginning of the stream. So I'm gonna do a card for myself. It's gonna be like a little bit of advice for myself. Just like something to keep in mind, like the card of the day kind of thing. Because I can't read my own tarot. It's really difficult, so I'm just not gonna do it. So there's that. Alright, my advice for the day, which I guess could help y'all too. Like, listen, some of these advices are like very, like, you know, like broad, so it could work for any of y'all, maybe. I don't know. Something for me to keep in mind of, something, a little bit of advice. Just some kind and helpful words from my cards. Let's see. One more. I'll do one more. All right. What's up? Well, well, I got the Sun card reversed. The Sun. It's like 11. No. Wait, where is the Sun card? What? Oh, it's 19. It was backwards. I could have just, you know. X1X. Oh, there it is. All right. The Sun card. Let me show you upright. This is the Sun card. I'm using the Mystical Manga Tarot deck. I just got it on Amazon. It's really cute. It's like very, obviously very like anime and manga inspired. It's really, really cute. It's not focusing for some reason, so give me a second. I know the reason. My webcam just doesn't have autofocus on. That's the only reason, really. It's gonna be mirrored anyway, but you can see the sun over there. Oh my god, okay. She's focusing, kind of. So, the Sun card reversed is... My advice for the day is for me to ask myself, am I forcing or faking having a good time? Am I glossing over troubles or pretending that things are fine? Am I looking for problems where there are none? So this is a good advice. Like whenever, you know, just kind of like a little bit of a self-reflection thing. Like, am I actually fine? Do I need to take some time for myself? You know, do I need to reevaluate things? Or like, maybe you could be overthinking something, and maybe you could be like, I don't know, like maybe there's no problem there. Maybe there's actually a very simple solution to that thing, and you're just like making it an issue, or you're just assuming the worst in that situation, or whatever it is. So that's what I have here. That's my advice for myself today. Well, that's the advice from the cards to myself on this day. Okay, Dex has a reading that he wants me to do for himself. Dex said, because I'm an aromantic redacted who loves human interaction, who hates human interaction, tell me about my platonic relationships / friendships. Okay. Kind of like a relationship, friendship, interpersonal relationships reading for Dextralicious. Hi Snark Mage, by the way, how are you? Hi Mauru, hope you're well. I hope I remembered your name right, because I think that's what you said your name was. Oh, Mauricio, my bad. Well, I'm sorry. I'll remember it. I'll think of the one in your name as an I, and I'll be like Mauricio. I'll try to remember it. I'm not great at memorizing stuff, but I'll try my best. I promise it's not personal, it's just me. That's fairly close. I want to get it right though, so please do correct me if I do get it wrong in the future. Alright, Dex, whenever you're ready for me to stop shuffling and for the reading to get started, definitely let me know. And I will promptly stop my shuffling. Not the stop with the gun emote. Alright. Alright, let me just clear up my little keyboard area to make space for the cards. Okay. I didn't mean to react, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to react. I didn't mean to react, and I did, and I kept doing it. So, the first card that I see is the Tower. Reversed. So, actually, we love this card. Let's focus first on, like, you know, the aesthetics. Really pretty card. The Tower reversed has to do with, so basically, the Tower is chaotic vibes and feeling like things are falling apart, feeling lost, feeling, you know, things ending potentially and things getting destroyed. It's basically like, it's drama, honestly. Can I be honest with you? The Tower is like drama. It's like everything is falling apart, everything is chaotic, everything is drama. And because it's reversed, it's kind of, they're kind of guiding you to ask yourself if it's kind of you that's like pulling like the self-destruct button on it, or if you, basically, do you have a tendency to sabotage your interpersonal relationships with people? That got personal. You don't have to answer that. You don't have to answer that in chat. That is a very personal question, but that is definitely something for you to keep in mind. It's not that you're causing drama necessarily, but it's more like it's like a self-defense mechanism, you know what I mean? Like you kind of like almost like sabotage like interpersonal relationships with people, because it's like because it's one of those things where like sometimes in your head it's like, oh, all of my friendships fall apart anyways. It's almost like I might as well be in control of how it falls apart. So there's that. I have the Two of Cups reversed, which is about like feeling rejected, feeling like, you know, yeah, it's about like you being into people or into someone or whatever, and like feeling like they don't feel the same, or feeling rejected by them, or feeling like the other person isn't pulling their end of the bargain kind of thing, or like being infatuated with someone or people in general, and just like them not like reciprocating that same energy. Ooh, excuse me. And them not reciprocating that same energy towards you. I also see the Four of Wands reversed as well. And the Four of Wands reversed is basically like, oh, where is it? Oh my god. Oh, I found it. The Four of Wands reversed is basically like plans falling apart, like things not, you know, because it's reversed, it's like not a celebration. It's more like, you know, things falling apart. It's like, you know, like in your head you may be like, okay, this may be the one kind of thing, and you're like, and you in your head you start like planning out, like, you know, or at least that's how I am kind of. I'm like, you know, like, oh, how would it be like to live together with this person? How would it be like to hang out with this person and to, like, you know, get to know them better and whatever. And it's almost like it doesn't really go as planned. It doesn't really go in like the same way that you thought was gonna go or whatever. Or just not really going the way that you expected, or going poorly, or, you know, stuff along those lines. But this is pretty much stuff that I would assume you already know. So let me grab 3 more cards and see if there's anything, because I almost feel like that's like past moving on to present kind of thing. I feel like that's a thing that you already know. That's kind of like a baseline. So let me get 3 more cards and see what I see here. I'm kind of getting a feeling that this is maybe like present-ish. So I got the Death card. The Death card is about the ending of something and the beginning of something new. Obviously, you know, change is really good. Change is necessary. And it's very important. And of course, as far as like interpersonal relationships, that's also like a thing that happens. Like, people come and go in your life, and there's always like, you know, like people don't always not everyone is meant to be there for like the long run kind of thing. Like, some people just are there for like a few months or a few years or a few weeks, and then you kind of make new friends or new acquaintances and whatever. And I do kind of see like a little group moment, and it's kind of cute because there's like 3 little girlies here. And this is the 3 of coins. The 3 of coins is like a it's like a group of people, almost like a team, and people putting like their best foot forward, and everyone having like different things that they bring to the table, like representing a situation where because, you know, right? Because this is like, usually I think with the coins, it probably has to do with work, but obviously in the context of like interpersonal relationships, I definitely see this as like a little group of friends that you have, that everyone kind of brings the best out of each other, and everyone kind of is there for one another and stuff like that, which is really cute. We love to see it. And then we have the Knight of Cups. So let me see where the Knight of Cups is. The Knight of Cups is reversed. So here he is. If he's gonna focus. Unless, you know, the homophobia will not allow. There you go. The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups has to do with someone who knows exactly what they want and is dedicated to finding it no matter what. So the Knight of Wands, because it's reversed, it's giving me this idea of like, it's giving me this idea of like almost like over idealizing a situation, like romanticizing a situation. It almost gives me like that idea of like falling in love with the idea of something rather than like the actual thing, if that makes sense. Because yeah, this is someone who has like dreamy ideals. This is someone who you know, they have like their focus, they know what they want, and they kind of envisionize what they want, and they're very like, it's like related with like being poetic and romantic, and you know, they're very like, that's how they go about life. They're not like, this doesn't mean that they're necessarily a very poetic and romantic person. This is more like they romanticize what they romanticize the things that they're into, and they romanticize the goods in their life and stuff like that. So like it's like being very appreciative, and like the things that they really appreciate, they're very like positive about it and stuff like that, and they know what they want, and they slowly but surely move towards getting what they want. But because it's reversed, it's giving me a little bit of like, a little bit too much like daydreaming and like romanticizing things to a point where it's like, yeah, you're at this point, you're just falling with the idea of something rather than the actual thing. Or you fall in love with the idea of something, which leads into disappointment for when you actually get into that situation. Then you're like, oh, this is not what I envisioned in my head, kind of thing. As far as like future and like advice and things to keep in mind moving forward, I see is this the King of Coins? Yeah, the King of Coins reversed. The King of Coins is like very practical. It's about bottom lines, about end results, and essentially it has to do with like material stuff. And this is like, when it's reversed, it's almost like it's saying like love of luxury, or like heavy debts or material wealth, but emotional or spiritual poverty, being uncharitable. Like, I don't think this is necessarily, like, I don't think all of these things necessarily are it. I'm thinking more of like, there's kind of like, as far as like, I'm connecting more with like the emotional poverty of it, you know, like not in like a way of like emotionless kind of thing, but I'm feeling like moving forward, I think that there's a tendency for there to be a focus on like material rather than like connecting with people, or not even a focus on material necessarily, but I'm definitely seeing a focus on like not connecting emotionally. So I can see like other aspects of your life kind of potentially flourishing, but the emotional and romantic part of it, I don't see it kind of fulfilled, if that makes sense. I also see the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords reversed kind of, it kind of perpetuates again that idea of like feeling like the victim mentality and being like making excuses and kind of like not in the book says like inventing problems, but I don't really like the way that sounds. I kind of see it more of like, you know, as you can see, this girl is in a very precarious situation, and I can see this being a card where it's like you end up being the person putting yourself in, not in necessarily a precarious situation, but, and I don't want to say that you're the cause of your problems, because that's like very harsh, and that's not necessarily realistic, but from, I guess from a standpoint of like advising you, and from a standpoint of like things to look forward to and things to kind of be aware of, I'm thinking there's kind of a little bit of advice here of like to make sure that you're you're not necessarily that you're not like making excuses for the way that you go about stuff. It's more, I think it's giving me like accountability as far as like you know, basically what I'm seeing here is like, because I see a potential like lack of like emotional fulfillment, I'm seeing the potential for you to make excuses of like, oh, this person is this or that person is that, rather than like addressing like, maybe it's the way that you go about your interactions with people. Maybe maybe you're not actually pursuing, you know, maybe you're not really into that person and you're into the idea of that person and you're over romanticizing that person. And then when you get disappointed, it's their fault. Or in your head, it's their fault, but in reality, it was kind of you who overly romanticized them. Does that make sense? I hope it's not sounding too harsh. I have also the Two of Coins. And the Two of Coins has to do with like... By the way, hi Purple Lambda, how's it going? How's it going? Wait, who am I speaking to? Who am I speaking to? Hi Jeremiah, how are you? I see the little J. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I'm just doing a little tarot reading right now before I get into my Resident Evil gameplay. So yeah, the Two of Coins has to do with this is someone who's like juggling between like two things. I don't know if you're in a situation or if you'll be in a situation where you're gonna like kind of be juggling between like maybe two different people, or you're gonna like, I think it was upright. I actually don't remember. I think it was upright. And, or like, you know, having options and not necessarily, you may not know necessarily what to go for or whatever, but this card definitely calls for reprioritization. Am I saying that right? Reprioritizing things rather than maintaining that like juggle of it all. And it's one of those things where it's like, if you don't know how to reprioritize, and if you don't know how to go about it, and for some reason my caption stopped working, so there's that. But the decision is eventually going to be made for you. As far as like either something happening or something that someone said, something that someone did, or just something something happening where like the decision is very clear. So I can definitely see you like juggling like different options, different people, being like, what's up with that? And yeah, I think the advice is like very introspective in general. Like moving forward, I think the key things to keep in mind are to kind of like be aware of what you want and not overly romanticizing things. And also kind of like reprioritizing your, like, be aware of your priorities. What do you want? What do you actually want? And who do you want to prioritize? Who do you actually want in your life? Who do you actually want to spend time with? And I'm thinking that's kind of like the three main pieces of advice moving forward. I'm seeing that of like being aware of your feelings and your actions and making sure that you're not, you know, self-sabotaging, or that, you know, Yeah, I think you get what I'm saying. I think I've been speaking for a long time, so I'm pretty sure you get what I mean. Taxes done. So glad we talked about it. I didn't want to visit from Miss IRS next year. Oh my god. Special friend. It's so overwhelming. Learning to prioritize is such an important step in growth, right? Especially as far as like interpersonal relationships. Sometimes we want to be everywhere. We want to talk to everyone. We want to have all the options. We want to, be everywhere and do all the things. And sometimes that's just like not like realistic. Sometimes that's just not. Sometimes we don't want that, and we put ourselves in a position where we think we want that, or we think we should want that, and instead of like actually thinking like, do I actually want to be here? Do I actually care about these people or this person or whatever, You used to have anxiety attacks because you didn't answer every single message you received. I still have a hard time like not replying to things immediately. Like I still have that thing where like I have to tell myself sometimes like it's okay that you have a DM and you haven't answered it yet. You know what I mean? Like I have to tell myself like, hey, that's okay. They don't need you to reply to it immediately. Like, sometimes I get afraid of, like, forgetting about it, or, like, oh, they're gonna think I'm rude because I didn't answer them right away, or I didn't answer their message quickly, or whatever. But, like, people do that to me all the time, and it's not a bad thing. Like, I don't, like, when someone takes a few hours to respond to my message, or a couple days, or whatever, like, I don't assume, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't just assume the worst. I'm not like, oh, they're rotted, right? Like, I'm just like, oh, they're probably busy, or they're doing something, or they haven't checked their messages, or what have you. You know what I mean? But I still have to, like, tell myself, like, hey, it's okay. You don't have to, like, run to answer their message immediately. I still do, though. That's just how I am. Like, a lot of the times, like, if I see a notification, and a lot of the times I do answer, like, immediately. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I need to, like, take my time, especially if, like, someone is inviting me to do something, or if it's to, like, apply for something, it's like an email, and it's like, oh, applications are open for this thing, or whatever. Like, sometimes I'm like, okay, let me mark it as unread. I'll think about it later. Let me put a pin on this, and I'll get back to them later. I don't want to think right now. I don't need to think right now. So, yeah. Okay, it's been roughly an hour and 18 minutes. So what I'm thinking is, we could maybe, I can give y'all a little bit more time. If anyone happens to want a tarot reading, I can give you until, like, the end of this song. About, like, roughly, like, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And if anyone happens to want a tarot reading, I'll just be here. I remember the thing I wanted to ask you about, and on this topic, don't feel pressured to respond until after stream. I'm not expecting an answer right away. Okay. No probs. No problem. Sometimes I have to do that too. Like, sometimes I'm mid-stream and I'm like, okay, it's okay. I don't need to answer this right away. Sometimes I do, though. Sometimes I'm, like, mid-stream and I answer, but sometimes I don't do it. If it's, like, a podcast, I sometimes do it because I don't need to, like, be the one speaking the whole time. But if it's a stream, I try not to. Like, if it's, like, a regular stream, I try not to. But yeah, how have you reprioritized, Jeremiah, as far as, like, your, like, avoiding that, like, getting anxiety attacks, or being anxious about, like, DMs or messaging people, or even like the feeling of, like, feeling left out or whatever. Like, sometimes I like, I have to mentally turn off notifications for every server that I'm in, to be honest. Like, I only have at everyone's enabled because I just can't handle notifications. But I see unread messages on Discord servers, and I have to sometimes stop myself to be like, don't look at it. You don't have to read all of it right now. Like, you know, sometimes it's so impulsive, but sometimes I actually catch myself and I stop it. Because, like, you just want to, like, I feel like, be on the know of it all. You want to be like, ooh, what did they say? What is going on? Like, especially if it's like a team thing for like Radically Kind Gamers or Rainbow Arcade, and if I see activity in either Discord, I'm like, ooh, what's going on? What are people saying? What are people doing? You know, like, I want to be on the know. I want to like not forget or like miss out on stuff. You literally have every Discord muted and in folders for quick mark as read. I have a question for you though about that. So why do you just not leave those servers? If you're not, unless you like actually check in on them every once in a while. Is it like a thing of like, and this is not a personal attack, I promise you, but I'm just kind of thinking like, what is stopping you from just like, if you're not interacting with those servers and you're just marking them as read, why not just leave them? You stay in servers for emotes. Oh, didn't think about that. You've literally every Discord mute. Oh, I already read that. Jeremiah said, I used to explain to people that if I read it and had nothing to say, I would do a oh, uh-oh, or some simple answer, and it would let them know that I at least read it. Oh, got it. Yeah, that sounds too overwhelming to like... I feel like that's like... That was like... That's like holding yourself to a standard of like... Let me make sure that I read their message and stuff like that. But it's like... I feel like once you've gotten to a point where you're like... This is my personal opinion. Like, if someone is like, oh... Ruby read my message and hasn't replied. Like, if someone happens to have an issue with me reading a message and not replying immediately or for a while, then I feel like that's someone that I don't want to interact with anyway. Because people should completely have the right to, like, read a message and, like, think to themselves, like, okay, I see it, but I don't know what to say. So I'm not gonna reply right now. Or I'm gonna check on it later and see what I will say. Or sometimes, like, honestly, sometimes you just don't know what to say to someone. And sometimes, and that's completely valid. And I do think, personally, it's kind of shitty that, like, if someone just says, like, hi... I can see, like, ignoring them, being like, okay, I don't know what they want, so I'm just not gonna say anything because I don't have time to figure out what they want. So if you message me, or if you message people in general, like, just go straight to the point. You can just be like, if you want to hang out with them, just be like, hi, you know, like, I miss you, or like, we should catch up sometime. I would love to catch up sometime. Or like, or even a simple like, hi, I hope you're doing well, or how are you doing? Like, just saying hi to someone can be like, okay, what do they want? But I do think it's kind of shady, like, if someone does, like, ask you a question, or if someone does, like, whatever, then, like, why not just, like, even if you don't know how to answer, like, I don't know, like, I don't know, I feel like after a little bit, just like say something, anything at all, right? Because, like, but I can totally, like, it should definitely be normalized, that idea of, like, someone read my message and didn't answer, for a little bit, like, I think that's totally valid. Like, maybe they don't check their Twitter DMs, or maybe they don't check their Twitter at all, like, or maybe they're taking a little break from Discord, or maybe they're whatever, you know? Do I feel a certain kind of way sometimes? Yes. Like, when I invite someone to, like, my podcast or something and they never reply to me, like, if in weeks and months and whatever, like, I'm like, okay, I think they ignored me, but sometimes that may not have been the case. Because there have been situations where, like, I message someone about it on, like, Twitter, and then, like, I end up messaging them on, like, Discord, like, months later or something, and I'm like, okay, like, we've been interacting on socials, and I think we're in good terms. I think they just didn't see my message on that other platform, or they only saw it, like, after a long time, and they probably felt bad, and they didn't know what to say, so they just didn't say anything. That was kind of my thought process, so that can happen. Usually if I ever message you while you're streaming, it's because I've been meaning to talk to you about something and I just remembered because you're literally in front of me. That's valid. I stay in servers for emotes. Too many streamers have links blocked on Twitch and I like to clip plus emotes, plus occasionally like to visit meme channels. That's valid. I assumed that you wasn't active in any Discords, and I was like, oh, then why? Because that's also a thing. Like, some people don't like leaving Discords because they're like, oh, what if they confront me about leaving? Which is weird. I remember hearing about someone who, like, left a Discord and the person, like, DM'd them like, hey, did something happen? Why did you leave the Discord? Like, don't ask, please. Like, I don't have to justify leaving a server. Like, hello? I eventually just stopped doing it, and I had to tell myself that I had to prioritize my time. So if I'm busy, I'll get to it when I get to it, when I can and feel like it. Yeah. Honestly, for me, I forget super easily, get super distracted, so I usually tell people to message me more than once. That's valid. I wish a bitch would confront me about leaving. Oh my god. Some people do confront people about leaving and I can't handle that. I did a Discord purge once and it was so awkward. Oh no! Really? That's the thing about streamers. Can we talk about streamers? Some fucking streamers are so egotistic that they will see anything that you do as a personal attack. I've even been a part of a server where there was, like, notifications like, oh, so and so left the server, and I remember for the longest time I was like, oh, I don't want to leave the server because then there's gonna be a notification. But I remember just leaving at some point. I was like, whatever. If they just want to confront me, I'm gonna be like, well, the reason I left is because you're the type of person to ask me why I left. But that's the thing about streamers. It's like, someone unfollows them, they're like, wow, they hate me. Or, like, someone doesn't hang out in their streams for, like, a week, they're like, wow, I did something and that person hates me. Like, like, I feel like streamers, and I feel like everyone is a little bit guilty of all these things, don't get me wrong. Like, we're all guilty of thinking, like, oh, it's been a day since that person DM'd me, I think they hate me. Or, like, I said something wrong. But, like, it's one thing to think, it's another thing to act on it. You know what I mean? Because thoughts are thoughts. You know what I mean? Like, you get anxious, you get nervous, you get depressed. Like, you have depression, you have, you know, you could have OCD, you could have intrusive thoughts, you could have a lot of these things. And, like, what you think doesn't really, like, matter, right? But people who act on those and they're like, oh, I saw that you unfollowed me. Do you hate me? Like, I hate that. Don't do that to people. That's so awkward.
To be a hero, you need to have dreams.
I hate lo-fi music with, like, vocals on it. Anyway. Or, like, people talking. I'm like, no. Don't do this to me. I don't hate. Hate is a strong word, but yeah. I was... Okay, hold on. I'm the clown who then wants to be confronted because I end up leaving for huge reasons that I want to unleash my thoughts if they try to confront me. Aww. I was over a community I was in and left all discords related to that game and servers who I just didn't vibe with anymore, and I got a couple messages. Oh my god. Oh my god, yes, I especially hate the ones that have an ego and look down on others for no fucking reason. You know what the reason is, Jeremiah? It's because they end up building these communities that, like, worship them to the point where they actually start believing it, and they start believing the hype that they're, like, better than other people because they have a certain amount of views. And that even goes sometimes into, like, when there's an argument on Twitter or something and they're like, why do I care about what you have to say? You have, like, 10 followers. I'm sorry. How does that matter? Like, I really dislike the idea of, like, people getting back at other people by being like, oh, they're irrelevant anyway. Okay, someone having a smaller platform than you doesn't mean that their point is... Don't get me wrong, a lot of the times there's a lot of crusty people out there with a lot of crusty points, and sometimes you're like, yeah, it checks out that you only have a certain amount of followers. But... it's, like, weird that people do that, like, oh, who cares? You have, like, 10 followers anyway. Okay. The amount of someone's followers doesn't necessarily replicate, like, how good or bad their point is. You know? Although I have been guilty of, like, someone coming for me once and me being, like, saying something about their hairline. Or me saying something about them being old. And I was like, that was the most immature thing I've ever done. But they came for me and they said, I think they were being, like, either homophobic or, like, they were being, oh, I think this is when, like, oh, no. Okay, I think this is when the white people got pissed at me saying that white people created racism and that white people can't suffer from racism because racism is a system built like around white people. So I think that's when that happened and, like, people were coming for me and I was like, you should be more worried about your hairline or something like that. Or, like, I don't know. I remember feeling, I did feel kind of bad about it, but they were coming for me. I had to go for the jugular. I will say, though, and on a serious note, that's actually not something that present me would do. And it's not even a thing of, like, take the higher road or whatever. Like, fuck that. What I mean is, like, attacking someone's appearance isn't the go. You know what I mean? Isn't, like, the way to go about it, because, like, people that look like them and they're good people, they will feel attacked by that and they will feel a certain kind of way about that. So it's definitely important to, like, be aware and be careful about how you go about lashing out to people, because you can hurt people that love you but they happen to, like, look the same as them, or they have to, or you know what I mean. So that's definitely something that I learned from that. I was like, it didn't feel good either to do it. I just felt attacked and I did it, and that it's definitely something that I'm not, like, proud of, but you know, it is what it is. You and Eric recently had to deal with someone like that, and we're just like, what the fuck, right? When people come for you, it's a completely different story, though. My favorite saying is, pretty and petty are only one letter off, and bitch, I'm both. I love that. Unless they're wearing sunglasses and holding a fish in their profile picture. To be fair, all the people that attacked me, they definitely looked like typical Republican white trash racists. So, you know, I feel like nobody that followed me that, you know, saw me defending myself, they thought any kind of way. But, you know, just in case, I did feel kind of bad. but they were truly hateful. Y'all don't understand. I was on like, I think I was on a Reddit post. I think I was on a YouTube fails compilation. So that was a hell of a week and a half, or like 2 weeks or whatever, until like that person released another weekly fail thing and then someone else attacked them or something. The whole damn Cheeto presidency, it was like, damn, let me know how you really feel about fat people. Yeah, I didn't like that at all. And I think like commenting on someone's body is very ugly. Like, I hate that. I always hated that about people who were very like fat phobic in their hatred towards Trump, because like that man has a lot of things that you can hate on, but him being fat should not be one of them. And that's like another thing with like Caitlyn Jenner running for, like, I think she's running for the governor of like California or something, and like absolutely read her to filth. Like, she's not a great person at all, but don't misgender her. Don't misgender her. She may be rotted, but her name is Caitlyn, and her pronouns are she, her. Like, seeing people misgender her says a lot about their transphobia and their transphobic thoughts. So we hate that. And thankfully, I didn't have to like unfollow or like block anyone over that, because thankfully my timeline was only people being like, don't misgender her, don't be transphobic for the sake of like, you know, like there's no good that comes from being transphobic or misgendering someone. Even if you hate them as a person, it doesn't give you any right to discredit their identity. And that's such a thing too, like, don't even get me started on all the straight people turning the "did you just assume my gender" as a joke. Had too much fun around her transition there, right? The thing is, like, literally no trans person I've ever interacted with, myself included as a non-binary person, I've literally never heard anyone be like, I've literally never heard anyone ask, did you just assume my gender? Like, that was 100% a thing that straight people co-opted from even like the Tumblr days, to call people sensitive and like snowflakes and whatever. Like, that's literally not this. That's never been a thing where like I've actually heard people say ever in their lives. Of course, the conversation about assuming gender and assuming things comes to the plate, but I literally have never heard it in the context of like people being like mad about someone assuming, because people will make assumptions, but I've never seen anyone go about it in that way. So that's like a weird thing that cis people kind of adopted and just makes no sense, but I'm like, okay, go off. Or like the attack helicopter one, like, girl. I find it ironic how conservative, hateful people call everyone too sensitive, yet they're the ones that get upset super easily once they're told not to do something. It's not even a thing of like, they're not told, it's not that they're not told to not do something. They're literally just told, hey, that word that you use can be offensive to people. Consider not using it. And they will go, they're like, hey, you should wear a mask to, you know, help yourself and the people around you so that you don't get a potentially deadly disease, virus. And they're like, What? That's infringing upon my right to wear whatever I want. I don't want to wear a mask. Like, girl. Like, I hate it. Whenever I hear people misgendering trans people they don't like, I just can't help but think, oh wow, you respecting my gender is conditional to you liking me as a person, and you'll misgender me behind my back the second I piss you off. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I'm fully guilty of accidentally misgendering people, which I feel bad about, and I apologize for every single time it's happened. I've been nicely corrected. Yeah, trans people are very chill. Like, unless you actively misgender someone over and over and over again after being corrected. But like, shit happens. Sometimes the wrong pronoun just slips out, and like, you don't mean anything by it. You just like, your brain is just going 1,000 miles an hour and you just say the wrong thing and you just like, you know what I mean? Like, shit happens. I feel like trans people are so understanding. Like 99% of the times, like, it's usually like just someone being like, I don't know, you say something and you're like, oh, she did this, and they're like, he did this. My pronouns are he, him, by the way. And like, I've never heard anyone be like actually like upset or like yell at someone over it, because like shit happens, you know. I think it's just like sometimes it becomes a thing where like the person who accidentally does the misgendering, they make it about themselves and they put on this show of like, oh, I'm not a transphobe, I promise, and it becomes and then that's when it becomes a thing. Because it's like when someone is like, oh, actually my pronouns are they, them, and you're like, okay, cool, I'm sorry about that, and you just move on, then that's great. But when you're like, oh my god, I didn't mean to do it, oh my god, will you ever forgive me, oh my god, I promise I'm not a transphobe. Like, okay, this is not about how you feel, this is not about you, this is about me. I was the one who was misgendered 2 seconds ago. And people do oh my god. And that's like a privilege that I have of like, I've been to streams of like black people of color where like someone said something vaguely racist, and like instead of like them being considerate of how the person feels and being like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that, or I didn't know that expression was racist, or I didn't know that whatever, like they basically turn it into a thing of like how they feel about being accused of being racist, or how they feel about whatever. And I'm like, oh my god, like I'm just a chat member and I'm tired. I can't even imagine how the streamer feels. So like that's another thing of like being a trans non-binary person that's white. I'm like, that's like, I do have privilege there, and just because I am queer and I am non-binary doesn't mean that, you know, I'm just as like marginalized as queer folks of color, because oh boy, the shit that they have to go through. Well, not the shit that they have to go through. They shouldn't have to go through it. The thing is, the things that they do go through. That's a better way of putting that. Usually go based off of voice and face, and that's something. Oh yeah, that's definitely something to like. That as a society, it's definitely important for people to like unlearn, because I mean, it happens to like. If we want to remove like transphobia from it all, it happens to cis people all the time. There's like cisgendered men and women. If we don't want to talk about like trans people and non-binary people and all of that, Like, cisgendered people literally get misgendered all the time. Because of their voice, because of the way that they're dressing, and whatever. And it's like, they have the privilege of, like, if they get misgendered, they have the privilege of being like, well, no, I am this gendered. But when someone is trans, when someone is non-binary and they get misgendered, they're like, well, they did actually misgender. Like, not that they didn't actually misgender a cis person, but like it's more complicated, because with a cis person, they're like, look at my birth certificate, look at my whatever, it says male, it says female, whatever. But like with a trans person, with a non-binary person, it's like, well, it's complicated. I used to have this acquaintance who would literally misgender me every single time she saw me, and then go on this hour-long sob story about how she's trying to remember my pronouns, but it's so hard for her because I just look too much like a woman. I hate that. Needless to say, I don't talk to her anymore. I hate that so much. I'm terrible at memorizing things, but I feel like I'm really good at pronouns. Like, I used to, there's a friend of mine who's trans, and she literally transitioned. Like, I met her before she transitioned, so when she told me her pronouns were, she, her, I immediately, I just immediately didn't even think about it. I just immediately, okay, yeah, she, her, okay, lovely. You know, like, I don't know. Actually, I've had a few friends like that, actually, not just one. Hi, Lime Jello, how are you? You had to take care of an older woman that broke down crying at your counter one day because one of the people referred to her as sir, and she just had her last chemotherapy session, had gone bald. Like, he felt so bad for making her break down, but it still hurt her. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not trying to minimize the fact that, like, cis people can get misgendered, for sure. But I feel like the feeling of a trans, non-binary, gender fluid, gender queer person, the way that they feel when they get misgendered is like that plus like 100. Because a trans person, anyone under the trans umbrella getting misgendered, there's like a flight or fight response. There's like, you know, like, there's like a safety thing. Like, am I safe here? Like, and I'm not saying to discredit cis people, like, going through it too, but it's like, us as a society, like, we as a society are just not, like, just very gender inclusive. Like, if it happens to cis people, like, that means that, like, shit's been an issue even before we knew about the words trans and the words, like, and about, like, gender identity and stuff like that. Excuse me. That's why having pronouns everywhere is so useful. Yes. To everyone. Absolutely. Absolutely. And, yeah. That's 100% a thing. Should we get on to Resident Evil? I have the demo right here waiting for me to dive in. Let me put away my deck, my tarot deck, because I feel like we've gotten all of the readings that we have gotten. All of the requests have been fulfilled. It is the castle demo, yeah. I've read that it was way shorter than the first one. So I hope I get through this one. Cause I didn't finish the first one on time. So I'm hoping that this one is a little bit quicker to go through. But how are you doing, Lime Jello? A cute little Resident Evil moment, yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. I really don't need to make porny sounds. But guess what, Mimi? Guess what, Mimi? I do. Maybe not cute. Me getting scared. This is the sound of me getting scared. Alright, connect to the network, girly. It's cute because we're cute. Oh, love that. Love that. That's iconic. Alright, y'all. Let me make sure that we have subtitles on. Alright. Let's get into it, y'all. Let's go through the oh wait, hold on. Let us go through the Resident Evil Village castle demo. I'm gonna play it on standard. I usually play on standard. Yep, I know. Only 30 minutes. Ethan's daughter might be in the castle. He entered the looming castle with a single ray of hope of finding her, but what he found instead was a most unpleasant welcome. Castle Dimitrescu. Dimitrescu. I shouldn't be allowed to read stuff in games anymore. That's all. That's all I have to say about that. We just zip zoomed a little bit in time because the first demo, that we played, we were heading towards the castle, leaving the village, and so now we're in the castle. Oh, let me zoom through this actually. Hello, what am I doing? Okay, Crimson Glass. What is this? I forgot this was timed. Okay. Lovely. They don't know how to pronounce it either. I love that. I hate that actually. In a game where you're playing through like a thing and there's like a name and like everyone pronounces the name differently, you're like, okay, what's the truth? Hi, Wig. Okay, another easy to pick lock that we're not gonna pick for some reason. Oh, I crouch. Hi, Wig. I open the fireplace. Oh, am I gonna crawl in here? Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate it. Hold on. Oh, okay. Let me just see if there's anything that I could potentially be missing in this room. It's locked from the other side. What's this? Maidens of the Harvest. Well, love that. We can grab a snack on our way out. Let's go. Eat your fruit, girlies. We're crawling. Ew, not the rats. I hate it here. Alright, some rusted scrap. Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate it. A little statue. Oh, this is giving me like... Oh, just kidding. I thought I was gonna have to place the wine glass on her hand, and it was definitely giving me like Final Fantasy VIII vibes. There was like a Final Fantasy VIII puzzle where you had to like get a wine glass.
Where have they taken Rose?
Oh, I was like, why are we running? And you had to like put a wine glass on a statue, and it did like that thing with the door too. So I thought it was gonna be that, but no. Hello? It's pretty iconic that we're like back to like a mansion. Okay, use that here. Oh, I don't think, okay. I think these are just like little items that I'm gonna have to get throughout. It's pretty iconic though that we're like back in a mansion kind of scenario, because that's like very classic. What was that? That's very classic Resident Evil. I didn't even read that. Mask the angel's blinded gaze, and only then you will be saved. Girl, I have no idea what the fuck that's supposed to mean. I feel like her name is very French, but they pronounce it like a white American would. Well, that would explain it. Oh, this is so pretty. I love the idea of someone like sprinting through this mansion and like no one hears them, no one sees them. Oh, this is kind of creepy. Why is it so dark in here? I hate it. Someone pay the light bill. Like, jeez. Why does no one pay the light bill in these games? What's up with that? Can I not pick up? Okay. That would be too good to be true, huh? For me to pick up like a little candle thingy. That would be too good to be true. I feel like there's like an elevator that I can't like operate. It's just kind of upsetting. I zoom. I'm afraid of like, because I'm trying to zip zoom through this mansion quickly. I'm like, I'm gonna miss stuff. Like, I just know it. I just know that I'm gonna miss things. And I'm gonna be stuck in puzzles because I'm not gonna do all of the things because I'm just like frantically running around. Oh my god, I only have 30 minutes, right? Literally. Oh, not that. Oh, not the blood. We hate to see it. Oh, break. Oh, well. I break their vase. No wonder they're gonna come for me. Girl, that's an expensive vase you just broke. No wonder they're gonna come for your neck. It's this white man just burging into a fucking castle that he doesn't live in, and then be concerned that people are attacking him. Like, yeah, girl, do you know how expensive that shit is? Oh, chem fluid. Oh, I don't know what that is. Oh, I think you make like first aid kits with that. The winemaking techniques of Castle Dimitrescu can be traced as far back as the 15th century, long before the current occupants of the castle. Alcina Dimitrescu uses this legendary yet peculiar technique to enrich the wine's flavor intensity and bestow it with a thick bouquet. Her best vintage is Sanquis Virginis, meaning maiden's blood. Ugh. It is kept in a special ornate bottle decorated with intricate silver flowers. Oh, I hate that. Oh, I hate that. Can't use that here. Okay. I swing. I swing. I swing. Okay, this is not realistic. The bottles should have broken. I run around with a knife in my hand. Hello. Hi, Wig. Who puts money in a vase? In a vase? Locked from the other side. We hate to see it. Hi, Wig. I love this like new obsession of mine of running up to things and just saying, hi, Wig. I love it. Oh, there's like a door on the other side that's like unlocked. I literally just said on the other side, and what did I do? I knifed the walls. Very important things, you know? Hi, Wig. I'm definitely gonna run out of time. I just know it. I just know it. Oh, hi. Oh, I hate this. Oh, I hate that. Okay. So this is locked. We need a key item for this. Oh, let me go downstairs. Maybe so. I have 20 minutes. We hate to see it. Okay. Let me check the map. Because I didn't check one particular location, apparently. I can go to the right. Oh, yeah, I haven't gone here yet. Kablam. Oh, there was nothing. Nothing. We already broke a few of those, girly. Oh, these are cute. That's like a cute-ass little curtain. Oh, I love these curtains. I think my grandma, or grandmas, actually, I think both of them had, like, curtains that were kind of like that. Very cute. Yeah, actually, yeah, maybe my curtains also looked like that at some point. Oh! Hello.
Oh, we meet again.
Duke, why are you here?
I didn't expect him.
Well,
I didn't
there's
expect like
coin
him to
to
be like
be
in the
made.
corner like that. That was so scary.
And have you found your daughter?
I was like, is that a doll?
If she is truly here,
That
the lady
scared
of the
me.
castle would have kept little Rose in her private chambers, would she not?
Oh, I hate that.
Dimitrescu?
The very same. Why don't you take a look? Maybe you'll get
Are they
lucky.
saying Dimitrescu?
And speaking of looking, care to make a purchase?
Care to make a purchase? Sure.
If it's just looking, window shop away.
Do I have
Please do take a look at my new stock.
supplies? Extra baggage? I don't have money
but
for
I
that.
do not give discounts.
I'll get a shotgun. I'll get shotgun ammo. Wait, give it to me. Oh,
I see. Anything
I didn't
else?
select the quantity.
Please
Just like
come
living in
again.
the wall. I think he just set up like a little stand here. Norstein's Labyrinth. A craftsman of the late 19th century, Norstein was branded a heretic in his homeland. He wandered the lands until he settled in a remote village. I'm just gonna say Nursh Nursh. Nursh Nursh then created 4 labyrinths: the castle, the house on a hill, the water wheel, and the iron tower. Upon their completion, she put a gun to his temple and took her own life. Oh, Nursh Nursh, not that. Each labyrinth is unique and requires its own specially crafted metal ball to operate. Each one contains crystallized human remains, which are said to be Nursh Nursh's 4 beloved wives. The labyrinths are their graves. Not Nursh Nursh. Listen, that name was too complicated. That name was too hard to say. Okay, we did that. And what about it? Where else do I need to go? Find Dimitrisk's chambers. Girly, did I even get any? Hello? Are you good? An eye-shaped gem loosely set in this ring. Looks like it will come out with some... Oh! The way I didn't think of getting it out of the ring, because of course, it's Resident Evil, so a fucking key item, you have to like change it. Oh yeah, I've played a Resident Evil game before. I was like, hold on a damn minute. If I've tried every single crevice in this game and none of it worked, then surely it's gonna work like somewhere if I remove it out of the ring. That was like mistake number one, was me not reading the fact that it said that it could potentially come out of the ring. So we tried that. There's a lockpick in there. I don't think I need to go back to the chamber. I don't think that area really matters. Let me try going upstairs and trying to unlock any of the treasures not treasures, any of the like things up there with my key item that I just realized I had and can use this whole time. So I can go, yeah, let me try to go to the wine room and then I'll go to like the right. Hi, Wig. I figured it out quite quickly, actually. Not that. Dex, don't do this to me. Not a shadow. It's only a shadow. Never. Oh, there's an eye. There you go. Oh, God. Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate it. Can I hold a gun? Yes. Okay, let's do that. Not this. Not the bugs. Someone called the exterminator. Oh. Ew.
I haven't cut open a man in a while. Let me string you up. Slice your jaw.
Not this. Not this. Not this.
Alive,
Ew.
dead, which would you prefer?
Oh, I hate it.
Yes. Yes.
Not this. Not this. Leave me alone. Oh, it's a corner. It's a corner. It's a corner. Get away. No, please. No, please. I don't think this is gonna help. I jump out of the balcony.
Just like that.
No, ma'am. Wait. Equip it, girl. I have a fucking shotgun. What are you doing? Wait. Oh. Wait. Oh. Why did I... Wait. Not me making progress and then backtracking. This is where I want to go. Hello? No. Don't yell at me. No. No. I hate it. Oh. Well.
Yes.
Okay. Calm down, girly. Oh, it's blocked. Not this. No, please. Leave me alone.
My blood is pumping.
I hate to see it. Oh, I pull. Oh, I hate this. Oh! Okay, how did he survive that? Without breaking a leg, at least. Not even a twisty ankle. June 9th, 1958. It was my first day working at the castle. You know what? I'm gonna skip this because I have no time. I have 12 minutes. I have no time to read. There's no time. There's no time. No time for reading. We gotta zoom. We gotta zoom. Oh. Oh, it's the... Oh. It's the girly. It's the girly. Not who needs lore. It's more like... I'm not gonna remember it anyway when the game comes out. So I might as well experience as much of the game as I can. I'm assuming that's locked. Wait, where did she go? Yep, okay. That was a good assumption. Hi, Doi, how are you? It's more like, this is a demo. I don't need to know all of this shit. Oh, let's not do that. Let's not waste, there you go. Let's not waste ammo on a box. We burp powerfully. To bring you good luck, Oh. Trust in light. Not that. Wait, no. Did I miss like an item here? I have places to go. Things to do. People to meet. Hello? I think I just have to go downstairs. Oh, maybe I have to like look around here. Around the wand. I destroy all these barrels. I'm confusion. Oh, wait. Do I have to swing this? Oh, yes! Okay, got it. Yes! Oh my god. Iconic! Oh, I can't see literally anything. Oh, okay. You mean to tell me this little asshole had a flashlight this entire time and only now he's decided to use it? Okay, work. Oh, I don't like these torturous devices. I dislike this a lot. I am very uncomfortable. I am uncomfortable. I am so uncomfortable. I hate everything about this. Let's just go this way. Let's go straight to the point. Oh. Oh, what's that? Okay, great. I don't see Rose in there, so I don't care. I'm not gonna try to read all of the names. Let me zoom through this. It's hard for me to zoom through this because I'm very scared. But I have to. Because I have like 2 minutes. Okay, 8 minutes. That's not too bad. I don't know how Ethan thought this was a good idea. Oh, I missed completely. Love that for me. Out of the way. Out of the way. Oh! Oh, not that. Okay, girl, just run. Oh my god. Oh, not this. Change your weapon. Change your weapon. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Change weapon, whore. Okay, run. Oh my god. Okay, keep running. I don't have a key. Okay, keep running.
I can't believe Cassandra caused all this mess.
I know, freaking Cassandra, can you believe? Here we go. Not this, not this.
To drown in your blood.
I want you to go away, man. I did not consent to this vampire king. Leave me alone, leave me alone.
Squeeze the blood out when they're alive.
No, please. Oh my god.
Sweeter.
I hate it here. No, please. Shooting her does not work, first of all. Okay, I can't see where I'm going, Ethan. I would like to know where I'm going, but you keep covering yourself.
Which tools do you prefer?
None? Oh, shotgun ammo. It's over for the girls. Or not.
Oh, I'd love to relax in a nice hot bloodbath.
No, please. Do that. Break in.
Little one.
Not that. Oh. Well. I did it! Oh my god, I was 40 seconds. Oh wait, no, not 40 seconds actually. I actually did it. Holy shit. Oh my god. I could have read that thing that I didn't read. That was pretty close. No, I still had like 11 minutes. I still had 11 minutes. But I definitely had to power through it. Oh, let's watch the demo. Is this a new trailer?
As the midnight moon rises on black wings, we await the light at the end. In life and in death, glory.
Oh, it's not the same? Okay, work. Okay, those 4 things are the 4 little puzzles that they were talking about.
When you're whining, we're almost there.
Rose, where are you?
Where are you?
Hello. If there are any
It is the same.
to Louisa's house near the fields.
Well. I think it is the same.
Oh no, they're coming. Who is? What the hell was that? Stop shouting.
The new trailer's on their YouTube channel.
Tell me what is going on.
Why would they not put it in the demo?
Mother Miranda has always protected
Mother Miranda.
Escaped my little brother's idiot games, did you?
I hate it here.
Special you are.
Am I the only person who's not like even remotely interested in the vampire lady?
From your entire village? All that's left?
I mean, to be fair, I'm gay, so that helps.
There is no one
They're just scary. They're so scary. They're so spooky.
And gentlemen, we thank you for waiting.
Yeah.
Now let the games begin.
Well, you see, you are gay.
There is no safe. Every sorry bastard out there.
You see, Ruby, you are a homosexual. That's what that means.
Chris? What the hell?
But you know what? I can recognize when I'm like, oh my god, that person is so hot. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, even if I'm not like attracted to them that way, I can still like see it. But for the vampire girly, she's just terrifying. Like, there's nothing about her that I'm like, oh yeah, that's hot. Like, she's just terrifying.
Get off of me! Stay the fuck down!
I gotta say, I'm surprised you made it this far. It'd be a shame if something happened to you now.
You know what I
You killed
mean?
Mia. Now do me and finish the job.
He could still do me. I don't care that he has a new design. I really don't. I'm also homosexual and I've never wanted her to step on me. So weird. Well, you know, you may be onto something. I think you cracked the code. I think you cracked the code. Okay, yeah, next week is gonna be the same demo. I'm not gonna play it next week. It's fine. We already played the demos. I'm kind of hyped for it. I am kind of scared though. I almost said something shit. Dex. Dex. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Because I can also say shady things about you. Well, let's not do this. At least you know. I know what you wanted to say. I don't know if I agree with what you wanted to say, but that's another story. That's another story for another day. Okay, I will watch the trailer on youtube.com. Let me just turn off my PS4 real quick. And slam my controller into my mic arm. Because that's a thing that I do really well. You shady fucking bitch. Coming from my taste in men. Listen, I'm just not picky. I am pretty picky, actually. Okay, anyway. Just bash us upside down with the controller. I know, right? Where's this trailer? Three months ago, a week ago. Are you sure there's a new demo? Okay, let me check. Resident Evil channel. I don't know why they wouldn't... Oh, fourth trailer. Oh, no, a week ago. And this is the one from the... that we just watched, I think. Do you want me to link it? I think this is the same trailer. And it came out last week. Yeah, I think this is the same one. You can link it, yeah. Because I can't find it. I really want your ooh, babe. Ba, ba, da, ba, ba, ba. Yeah. I can't find it. Is it under the Capcom? Like, now I'm very confused. Like, they really made it. They really made it not accessible. I'm like, hello? Where's this trailer? Hi, Fly. How are you? Oh, PlayStation posted it. Oh, okay. All right. It's the Castle demo trailer. Oh, interesting. I wonder if I had to play in the harder difficulty to get the demo, unless it doesn't matter at all. I really want your ooh, babe. T. How are you, Fly? Whoa, 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 whoa. All right. Anyway, here's the demo trailer. That's the word for that. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, okay. Not the Sony thing being so loud.
A young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father.
Okay.
But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence. Determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees and into the forest deep.
This lady, I do not like her.
It's just a local tale. Quit being so paranoid.
Oh, is it?
You hate me and you wish I would vanish.
Who is she?
Move.
Chris?
Oh?
Sorry, Ethan. Take him away.
Oh, that's Mia. Oh, from 7. Okay, got it.
No.
I did connect the pieces when I saw the kid and everything. Oh, those vampire ladies are so scary.
Someone please tell me what the hell is going on here?
The place is full of nothing but blood and death.
You said.
Wish I would vanish.
Yes,
Oh, I'm gonna get the MCA.
of the ceremony. When I find him, I won't let you down.
But babe, I love you and I think you understand.
I'm scared.
So we finally meet.
Hi, Wig. Oh, not that. I think it's her creepy smile for me. You know, I'm just like, ooh, no. First demos. Play demos first on PlayStation. Okay, wow. What a moment. What the fuck happens between 7 and 8? Okay. This is gonna get into spoilers for 7. I thought Mia died in 7. Or like you have the option to like kill her? Because it's like implied that she... Or am I thinking of someone else? Or is that the person he rescues? I'm confused. Maybe I should just play 7 and shut the fuck up. I'm thinking of someone else. Okay. Oh, I'm thinking... Okay, I think he rescues Mia. And you have the option to take the other person with you. But you also have the option to let them... You have to choose between Zoe and Mia. Okay, then what happens to the people who chose Zoe? Is their story just not canon? Because I remember there being a choice. So, like, what's up with that? Unless... That doesn't mean they die. I should probably just play 7, huh? I should just play 7. That's what this conversation is giving me. I should just play 7. Mia comes back controlled. I did, for full disclosure, nothing is like spoiling me because I've seen the whole game getting played. Like I've seen a playthrough of the entire game. I'm just like, details are just missing for me. Like from my memory. Yeah, oh yeah, I've seen someone play the game beginning through end. All the way through to the end. But I just like, I remember there was like a mind control thing and like, I think the person I watched, I don't know who they picked, but yeah. It was like a whole thing. And I remember Chris showing up at the end and like saving them, and then for some reason he kills Mia later. My theory is that the girlie is probably infected by, like, she got infected in 7. and they didn't know, or like, and for some reason Chris is mean now and he had to kill her. I just know Mia getting killed is not in the base game. They're probably, the intro of the game is probably going to be that scene where like she's pregnant and like they have the kid and they're very happy, and then shit happens. Because then like, cuz Rose is his daughter, like Ethan's daughter, right? And so I'm assuming this game is like years after 7. Like it has to be. Like, it has to be, like, way, like, I don't know. Like, I'm not assuming that, I don't know how old Rose is supposed to be. This is gonna be fucking wild. That's all. I feel like that's kind of poor storytelling for us to just be told this information as if we should already know in these demos. I think that they want you to be confused until you get the actual game. I think they want us to have a lot of questions so that we buy the game and we get them answered, hopefully. I think they also assume that you've played the DLC. That's the thing, too. I think that's the only thing that I feel like they're assuming, is that everyone played the DLC. But teehee. Because the demos are just like dropping random facts on you, like, oh, this is happening, or that happened, or you assume that something happened. Like, you're just meant to make assumptions because the demo is out. You know what I mean? Like, the trailers are just supposed to be confusing. Oh, I haven't seen anything about the demos, so I have about the DLCs, so I have no idea. I have no idea what happened, like, with that and all of that. You know? I liked the demos. I liked the demos so far. I definitely want to play Resident Evil 8 Village, of course. I should... emphasis on should. I should play 7 before I play 8. Which leads me into... like, maybe I'm just not gonna play Village when it comes out. Maybe it's just like gonna be a thing like later this year when there's like a little sale or something. You know? Maybe meanwhile I play like 7 or something, or oh wait, if you get 8, one of the versions comes with 7, right? You should really support them and pay full price. Come on, call back to the Just Gaming Things episode that we had yesterday. Come on, call back. Never watched because he wanted nothing more to do with Lucas. I think they had like a thing for Resident Evil 7, or for Resident Evil 8, where maybe it's like a special edition or something that comes with 7. So I could potentially do that. I also know that it's also out, not out, it's also on, it's also out on Game Pass, so I could always just like get that for like a month or something and do that. Resident Evil Village. 59.49 is actually not that bad. One of like a retail here is doing 59.49. So none of the information with the Mia situation is involved in the DLC, so that's lovely. I think it's just gonna happen in the intro of Village, to be honest with you. I don't think they're gonna assume anything. Like, I don't think they're gonna want you to know anything or imply anything. I think it's either gonna be the intro of the game, or Ethan is gonna have like flashbacks throughout the game, and you're gonna learn like what happened with him and Chris and Mia and Rose and all that. So I think the game is gonna explain it. I don't think it would make sense for them to just like drop you. I think they're just gonna like be confusing for the demos, and it's gonna be clearer as we play like Village. I assume. I assume. Wait, what version of Resident Evil Village comes with 7? Hello? Hello, hi. Pre-order. Resident Evil Reverse comes for free. That could be fun to play Reverse, actually. I think that could be cute. Oh, it's a bundle. Oh, it's like a little bundle. Resident Evil Village, Trauma Pack DLC, and PlayStation 4 Resident Evil 7 Gold Edition. Okay, work. Pre-orders available up to May 7th. The limited bonuses are only available for those who pre-order through the PSN store. Alright. Village of Shadows difficulty. I don't know how I think about. I don't know how to feel about that. Let me go to the PlayStation Store. How much is that? Probably expensive. Yeah, it's like, okay, that's UK store. It's showing $79.49 though. I don't know if it's worth it to just do that. I don't think it's worth it to do the 74 thing, because you can just get it on... I can probably just get it on Game Pass, or I could just get 7 on sale for cheaper. I'd wait. Yeah, I'm not gonna pre-order. I'm not in a monetary place where I can just like... Okay. I'm not in a monetary place where I want to do it. That's the way I should say it. Because like, the money that I was gonna spend this month, I spent it on... I spent it on K-pop albums because I never treat myself to non-gaming things. So I was like, you know what? Let me buy a couple K-pop albums, and that's gonna be my, you know, treating myself for today. Or for like the month or whatever. So, and also like, I just have so many games to go through that at this point, like, to be honest with y'all, if I don't get a code for a game for free, I'm not gonna go out of my way to get a game. I know that's gonna sound like weird and like, wow, that's like such a streamer thing, but you know what I mean? Like, unless I'm like paid to play a game, or unless I'm like in a position where like I apply for a code and I get it, then I'm not gonna go out of my way to like purchase new games, because I already have so many games to go through. That like, I've seen your backlog. You sure have. You sure have. Yeah. Because like, for example, like, I didn't get Near Replicant, and I want to play that game at some point, and I will play that game at some point. However, I see not getting a code as like a blessing for me to like play the ones that I have, and you know, declutter my backlog a little bit, and then you know. I purchase it on sale later on, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like I'm not looking at it as a thing like I'm not in a rush to get a game as it comes out, like release date, whatever, you know what I mean? Like maybe I'll just get something else, or I won't get anything at all, or I haven't like purchased a game. Like, I think the last game I bought was, like, Fuser. Because it was, like, a thing for myself of, like, every once in a while, like, playing it for myself. Oh, it's literally, like, 10... It's still on sale, by the way, Resident Evil 7 for me. It's, like, $10. 10 euros on the PSN store. I would probably play it on PS4, though, because I don't know if I trust my PC to run it. So there's that. Especially for streaming, it's like a work expense. You don't want to have to pay to make content. Yeah, like, okay, I already do. Like that's just the thing. Like when you, I mean, not really. I haven't really been buying stuff for stream. Now that I think about it. Although I am gonna like purchase first time class because I kind of want to get into it. And I already have like a couple things that I could be a part of and do and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, maybe let me just do it for like, you know, for little events here and there and stuff like that. I guess more / extra cost like the newest game. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like listen, maybe one day I'll do all of that, but if I happen to not get a code or whatever, I'm just gonna like do backlog stuff, you know? Last time I bought a game was Watch Dogs Legion late last year. Before that, it was AC in March. And before that, I don't even know. Yeah, I'm like trying to think. Like, I'm legitimately trying to think of like the last game that I bought. Was it Final Fantasy VII? No, it wasn't Remake. It wasn't Final Fantasy VII Remake. Because Fuser came... Oh, I actually don't... No, I think Fuser I bought after. Yeah, I got Animal Crossing last... Wait, no, not last year. I got Animal... Oh, it might have been Animal Crossing. Because it was February this year. So it might have been Animal Crossing. Might have been that. Because I think Fuser I got earlier in the year. It might have been Animal Crossing. And it was a good purchase, don't get me wrong. It was a really good purchase. But yeah, like there's just so many things. There's like still so many games, even like games that came out not that long ago that I'm like, damn, I really want to play that game. Like every time I see it on sale or something, I'm like, I really want to play it, but it's so rotted because like there's only so much time. There's only so much time and so much, you know. I mean, yeah, I could just play them off stream, but a lot of games I do want to play like on stream, and like I want to have it like documented, like how I felt about them and my reactions to them, which, you know, you could always just talk about them on just gaming things. I know I can just talk about it. I don't have to like show it, But like I want to play. I want to like stream it all. I want to like stream the things, you know? Like that's kind of like what I like about like streaming. I haven't felt the need to like go back and be like, oh, how did I feel about that game? How did I whatever, but I love showing my reactions when I play a game. Yeah. I agree fully with that. I absolutely agree with that. So there's that. I don't think today's stream is gonna be like longer or anything of the sort. I think I had a good time. Well, not I think I had a good time. I had a good time. But I don't think I'm gonna make this stream like a thing where like I play something else or do all of that. I think today is just gonna be like a short, like 3 little hour stream. And like later we can do movie nights. And we can get into that, and we can have a little hangout later. You know what I mean? Just wanted to have like a little casual stream today. Just check in with y'all, say hi, play a little demo, and then be on my way and do that. But yeah, let me see who I could raid and say hi to and do all of that. Because I know that there's a lot of good beans that we could raid. It's one of those days where I've seen a lot of lovely folks streaming, which makes my decision quite difficult. Happy to catch you for a bit. Thanks for streaming. Thank you all for coming over and for hanging out and, you know, just chilling out with me. I really appreciate it. Oh, there are really good options today. There's always really good options. We're excited for Dora later. Okay, are we actually watching Dora? Because I want to watch it. I want it for the chaos of watching the live action Dora movie. But I was like, I don't know if they actually want to see it or if they want me to do a poll. Like, do y'all actually want to see the... I thought we did decide. I was like, let's do it. But I didn't think that y'all actually were into it. Okay, let's do it. It's decided. Let's watch Dora. The live action Dora movie. Dora the Explorer. Let's do that. We'd love to see it. Oh god, okay. I see chaos. Oh no. I mean, we must. But I see chaos. And... Okay, so it's Ryan's 1-year anniversary on stream. Ryan What? He did the Pyramid of What yesterday. And I was a teammate alongside Passion. And he's watching something extremely chaotic. He's watching something extremely chaotic right now. I think he's playing The Sims, but I think he took a little intermission to watch something extremely chaotic. But yeah, he's just hanging out, doing some stream anniversary stuff. So instead of us saying the queerdom is here, I would love for y'all to say happy streamversary. Oh my god, last week we rated Tater. on his streamversary, and this week we're rating Ryan on his streamversary. Look at that. But yeah, that's the raid message today. We're just gonna say hi to Ryan. We're gonna say happy streamversary. It's been 1 year since he started streaming, so I want to wish him well. I want him to have a good celebratory day, and he's just like so charismatic. That's the word I wanted. He's very charismatic and he's very funny, and like y'all could see yesterday from the Pyramid of What, like he has very quick like quips and stuff to say back to people and stuff like that. So he's really funny and really entertaining. So I hope that you enjoy your company over there. We'll hang out in like maybe 3 to 4 hours for movie night on Discord. So if you haven't joined the Discord, please do so. As I scream Discord in chat. I'll be back either Tuesday or Wednesday for another stream. I'm definitely taking tomorrow off though, so you won't be seeing me here then. But have a good one, everyone. I love you so much. Have an amazing week, and bye. Love you.